What's up? What's good, man? We back for a third time this week. Our third interview. Shout out to my man Leander. We're gonna talk about resume building, working in the workplace, a young professional, recent college grads. This is all for you. Again, my name is Caleb Smith. I am the host of the 3 Million Podcast. If you guys haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me pin this comment real quick. The camera always does that to me. Shout out to Sid. What's up, Michelle? Got everybody in. Waiting on Leander to come through, and then we'll get started. I'm going to send this to him right now. Probably hit you up later this week too, Michelle, to check in on you. For everybody that's coming in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leander, I think I just sent it to you. Perfect. Lee, my God.
My God.
Man?
Good, bro.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on here, bro. This is going to be a great episode. You about to drop a lot of gems. I already know it, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you having me, bro. For real.
Man, hey, it's an honor having you on, bro. Hey, that's no problem at all.
Most definitely, bro.
Yeah, man. Bro, starting off, bro, I see what you got going on. Like, you give tips on resumes, on how to be a professional. What are some do's and don'ts when it comes to starting a resume?
Yeah, man. So really, I see a lot of people struggling. When I get resumes with clients, the format already messed up. You want it to be tailored, one page, keyword optimized. You want to make your resume tailored to the job description. So say I'm a financial analyst at Adobe, right? You want to have my resume tailored to that finance role. So I go look at different job descriptions for a financial analyst position, and I highlight those keywords.
Okay.
Within that job description, because that's the role I'm applying for. So if I'm applying for a finance role, I don't need sales attributes on my resume, because then that's gonna make it look like I want a sales job.
Right.
You wanna tailor it to what you're applying for, what industry you're trying to pursue. So that's one thing off rip that I see a lot of people. They have a lot of different job experience, or you maybe did like internships in like sports or beauty, but people don't know how to highlight those transferable skills that's relevant for that specific job. And I always tell my clients, you have to read the job description. Most of us, we don't like to read the entire job description. You might skim over it a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we apply for the job. But that's what recruiters are looking for. And honestly, it's not even recruiters, bro. It's the ATS system. So the ATS system is an applicant tracking system that recruiters and companies use now to parse your resume. So what I mean by parse your resume, they're highlighting keywords. They're looking at skills and attributes that you put on your resume to see if you're a qualified candidate before a human even sees your resume. So if you don't have those keywords, your resume is not even being seen by a human eye. That's the crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then it goes off the keywords from the job description. So with me, I don't look at just one. Like I said, I'm applying for a financial analyst, right? The bot, exactly. You want to beat the bot. But you look at more than one. So I look at usually about 3 job descriptions, financial analysts for 3 different companies, right? That I might be targeting to apply for. And I realize that, you see those keywords in each one. So you might see like accounts payable, revenues and expenses. They need somebody that's qualified, that's doing like financial statements. They proficient in Excel, different things like that you will put on your resume that could, that's tailoring towards that job description. It makes you more of a qualified candidate. It's going to read that. It's going to make you verified through the ATS system.
Yo, that's wild, bro.
No, it's crazy, bro. It's because you got to think about it, bro. Because when you're applying for big companies, they're getting 1,000 applications. I know I'm not reading 1,000 resumes,
That's
right?
real.
So they send it through a system, filter out
Yeah.
who, you know, who's qualified, who's not. It's actually called a rec. So they actually rank your resume. So you can have like 93% compatibility with the job description. So it's like, okay, let's call Caleb. Not even a call. Let's look at Caleb's resume because he matches. He's 93% compatible with what we posted online. Let's see what kind of skills he has. Right. And then after that, then they'll give you a call to get to the first round interview. But if you don't get past the ATS system, your resume is never being seen, bro. Like ever. And a lot of people don't realize
it's a whole system.
Huh?
I was just saying, like, it's a whole system. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a whole system, bro. It's a whole system. And people don't realize how important that is because your resume, I call it like your virtual introduction, right? That's the first thing I see on paper. That's the first thing I know about you is your resume. It's one page. I get to see your experience, what school you go to, what leadership roles you've had, what you've been like, what impact you made within these roles, what you did on campus, all in a matter of 30 seconds. So it's really critical. It's really important to have a really solid, detail-oriented resume that's keyword optimized because that ATS system won't pick it up if it's not.
Yo, you already started off dropping gems, man. Hey, that's crazy. Man. So, Lee, once we make it past that virtual introduction, like what you said, how do you kill it in that interview room? What's next from there?
Yeah, man. So I always encourage like each one of my clients, man, to really go through the referral process. So let me touch back real quick. So I don't think a lot of people miss that human connection. I don't care how many machines, how many processes, how many systems there are. A human created that. Take pride in making these connections to get your name, to get your foot in the door. Because what's going to differentiate me and you is that I got a referral. I didn't go through an application process for like Adobe, for example. The reason I got the job at Adobe, well, not the reason, but how I got the interview, I got a referral. I didn't even apply for the job, bro. I got a referral. All about who you know, bro. I got a referral, and they sent my resume over to the HR recruiter. A month later, I get an email like, hey, you have an interview with Adobe for a financial analyst position. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Let's get it. Didn't even apply for the job, bro. Like, never submitted an application. They're like, don't worry about applying till you get the job. For real. So I think because when you apply for a job, anybody can apply. Anybody can get online. Anybody can submit an application through your phone, computer, whatever. It takes really like minimal effort. But to get that referral, it might be 50 referrals but 1,000 job applications. So an HR recruiter, anybody will go to the pile with 50 resumes, then the 1,000 resumes. Like it's literally like a 40% chance of you getting an interview with a referral and a 2% chance of you getting an interview through a regular application.
Yo, that is wild.
Yeah, that's bro. Wild. You need like referrals are key, bro. Key. That's key to getting like that first round interview. And you have to make those connections. But to speak on your point, like getting to the first round interview, most first round interviews are pretty much phone screenings. Really just to see if you match the qualifications that you said you have on your resume, right? So I really want to get to know Caleb. I might ask him, behavioral questions, really verifying your education. When you graduate? Did you work at, I worked at Wells Fargo. How was that experience? What did you learn there? Basic questions just to see if you qualify for the role. Now, most interview processes are 2 to 3 round interviews. Now, I've been on the interview like with Microsoft. That it was 4 rounds, bro. It was very, very, very intense. Yeah,
they weren't playing.
Yeah, they weren't playing. So, really large companies will have an extensive interview process. I mean, it's more competitive, right? Everybody wants to work for like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all those big companies. So it's going to be more competitive. Now, when it comes to the first round interview, is more behavioral. Second round interview can either be, it depends on the company. I know my first round interview was a webcam interview with Adobe, but I've had first round interviews that are phone screening as well. Like, so they'll just call you on the phone, not really face-to-face interaction. So that second round interview is like a more in-depth behavioral interview. So I touch on like, they'll ask you behavioral questions. So STAR method: situation, task, action, results. That's what STAR means. So that's like how you want to answer your question. You want to identify the situation. So you want to set the scene. It's all about storytelling, bro. All about storytelling. You got to set that scene. You want to put them in that space that you were in while you was making that impact within that role.
Yo.
Then you want to highlight the task that you that you did, not necessarily how you did it, but just what was your responsibility within this scenario. Now, your action is going to really highlight on what you actually did, what impact did you make, or how did you resolve that problem within that situation. And then you hit it home with the result. What was the outcome of your situation? These questions are just asked to make sure to see how articulate you are. Can you identify a situation? Can you come up with results? Are you able to solve problems? Because that's what companies want, especially in undergraduates, man. They just really want you to challenge the status quo. They want people to come in young, creative, challenge, move that needle some more in the company, man. You wanna keep striving to be better. You want to challenge what they're doing. Like, oh, we need to do this. We need to change this up because this target audience like this. It's not about the company. It's about the people we're serving. So they want you to be able to be creative, be able to network, be able to work in teams, collaborative, but also be able to get that nitty gritty work done when it's time for that as well.
Sheesh. Hey, Leander, bro, you out here giving out free game, bro.
Hey, man, that's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about, man.
I love it, bro. Networking, bro. Networking was a key word that like you constantly use, which I love because I don't think people truly understand how valuable who you know is. Like your group, your team, your network. So for people that could be shy, that's in college, because I know for some people when they first get to school at State, it might be too big for them. So how do people break out of that shell and start networking?
Yeah, man. That's a good question, bro. Like, I'm not shy, right? So it's different for me. But I would say for shy individuals, join an organization. Join a community that's going to get you comfortable in meeting different people. Like, I think we have to understand. I made a video about this like maybe 2 weeks ago. Taking advantage of being a student. Taking advantage of being a student is critical, bro. You have, 4 to 5 years, hopefully not 6 in undergrad, right? And if you choose to do post-grad, you might have another 4 years depending on the degree, or another 2 if you get a master's, or 1 year. So overall, you might have 8 years of school max between undergrad, post-grad, right? That's only 8 years of your life you get to call yourself a student. Take advantage of that, bro. Like, it's literally the best title you can have, especially when networking with professionals, because they feel like they're mentoring you. So I reach out to people. It's like, hey, I set up informational interviews all the time. So like LinkedIn is amazing, bro. Like, most powerful tool you can be on right now. Like, they have LinkedIn Live. Like, we can go live on LinkedIn, bro, just like on IG. You feel me? Like, man, if people posting content, I mean, hella content is on LinkedIn, bro. Like podcasts, testimonials, like people just blogging, writing posts. Like, it's turning into, especially now during Corona, everybody's online. So
that's real.
But that value of having making that human connection with folks is real, bro. And I think a lot of people approach it maybe in the wrong aspect too. Be genuine, bro. These people are still these are real people. Like, because they have a title, or like they might be an executive vice president at a company that you want to work at, or a financial analyst at a company you want to work at, treat them as people. Man, ask them what their favorite food is. They had breakfast today. What books are they reading? Like, make that human connection, because it allows them to be comfortable, and it's going to allow you to be comfortable. Because when you build that personal relationship with somebody, but a professional relationship is going to come easy. Because people are always hire who they like, know, and trust. Just that simple. If I know Caleb, and I need Caleb, I want Caleb to be my co-host on my podcast. I'm gonna put Caleb on before I take any applications for new people, because I know, like, and trust Caleb. And that's the same. That's how it goes. That's the same strategy in the workforce, man. That's why people get referrals. They know, like, and trust this candidate to where they can vouch for you. I read this book, The Go Giver, bro. It was like having walking ambassadors. People that know, like, and trust you, that's going to talk about you when you're not even around. So my goal, you want to, this how I put networking. You want to be the first person that people think about when your skill or passion comes up for an opportunity. So for me, resume writing, my new gig, right? I want to be the first person that people think about when they need a resume done, or when need tips on networking or interview coaching, because I built that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like I built that foundation to where, oh yeah, he's that guy. Go to him. Now I got people working for me on my behalf without them even knowing they're working for me, because I'm the first person that come to mind.
For free too.
For free. Free, bro. Free game, bro. Like free networking, free referrals. Like, hey, you need a resume? I got a guy. Boom. Now you putting money in my pocket. Now I'm creating more impact across the world just by you telling somebody, by me building that relationship with you, because everybody has their own. They have their own individual network. So if I know you, you know other people. That person you know knows other people, and that person you know knows a lot more other people. So it goes far, bro. And I think with networking with professionals, man, especially on LinkedIn right now, the thing I do like about Corona is that we're all on the same level playing field. CEOs, celebrities, everyday people. We're all stuck at home, bro. Everybody's online. So we all have the opportunity to make things happen right now. I got people hitting me up, yo, I'm bored. I'm like, Ryan, I've been busy as hell since Corona.
Bro,
trying to get things
done.
I
tell people that, man. Every hour, bro, something to do.
Something to do, bro. Something to do. Like, I'm checking LinkedIn like it's Instagram, bro. I'm rarely on Instagram like that. Like, if I get on, I post, I get off. You'll never see me like, I'm never watching stories for real, like on live like that. Like, I'm on LinkedIn more than anything, because that's where the bread and butter is right now. I'm telling you, bro, these professionals, they're looking for resumes. They're looking, bro. I get leads. I'm on LinkedIn Pro Finder. Another gem real quick, besides resumes, LinkedIn Pro Finder. If you got a pro, hey man, hit me up. I'm most definitely, let's work.
I was about to say, you see that right there already.
Let's work.
Hey, you spoke that into existence, bro.
Hey, but if LinkedIn Pro Finder, like say you do freelancing or anything, you can become a pro on LinkedIn, and I get leads, literally, bro. I probably get like 35, 40 leads a day.
Wow.
On people that need resumes. I'm talking to professionals, bro, like 35, 40 years old, hitting me up for resumes. I got like 6 to do by Monday, so as soon as we get off the call, I'm on it. You feel me?
I love it.
But it's a grind, bro. Like I'm up all hours of the night. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone, like, you know, not getting sleep and stuff, right? But it's a grind, bro, to be an entrepreneur, bro. I've been in the business for only a month, right? And it's only me. And I got to shout out to Ashley, bro. She joined my team for social media. And I got a blogger, Olivia Hancock. She's dope. But it's really only me doing, like, the sales. I'm doing all the processes. I'm building that foundation, which is good. You need to know your business before you bring anybody else on. But at the same time, hell yeah, I want some help. For sure, man. Because now I can scale. Now I can focus on more sales. Well, I got 3 resume writers handling things on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So it gives me more opportunity to create, you know, spark your resume to where I really want to go. But when you network with individuals, my bad, I'm getting off topic. When you network with individuals, on LinkedIn, bro, it's really about being genuine, reaching out with intention. Because if I'm a CEO or if anybody that you're reaching out to, I'm busy too, bro. So I need you to tell me, not come in saying, "Hey, Caleb, I need a job." No. But hey, I'm Leander Howard II. I attend Georgia State University, double major in marketing and finance. I recently applied for a position at Adobe. Would love to get some more insight on what Adobe's culture is like. Would love to chat with you for about 15 minutes. Right? That's the way to go. You want to set up those informational interviews. Because most people are willing to call you, bro, especially now they ain't got nothing else to do. People at the crib, bro. Zoom is booming. You feel me? Like, hey, everybody can hop on a call right now for 15 minutes and most definitely give you free gems. I got a call with a brother tomorrow from AK Side I met through LinkedIn, bro. She's in Cali. I'm about to move out to Cali. I just happened to be on a webinar yesterday with another resume business, Juan Salting. Shout out to Juan Salting, really dope company. Jonathan Javier, man, he's doing a big thing. But they're really dope. I was on their series panel and happened to connect with a brother in my business frat off LinkedIn. Wow. She's like, "Hey, Leander, love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Let's connect tomorrow." I got to call her tomorrow at 2 p.m., bro. And I really don't know anybody in Cali. And he's out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's another connection just like that. Like, I'm meeting people across the world, bro, like, just off LinkedIn, bro. It's 500 million people on LinkedIn in 200 countries, bro. And then 93% of recruiters use LinkedIn to find qualified candidates.
Wow.
So if you're not on LinkedIn, how can they find you? Right? And a lot of people right now are talking about, man, there's no jobs in the market. I beg to differ. I find hella jobs every day, bro. Hella. I'm talking about hella, bro. Like, all over. Remote is going crazy right now. Especially like remote companies, they're employing more people than ever right now. Amazon, like, all these companies are really creating more jobs for people due to the pandemic. And you got people complaining like, I'm bored, I'm not doing nothing. Why? It's a lot going on. And I think it comes back to being resourceful. Like,
that's real.
Google is your number one friend, and YouTube is your second best friend. You got everything at your fingertips, bro. Especially our generation, like, LinkedIn is at your fingertips. I literally connected, I think, with the director of, like, Cisco yesterday, bro. Like, great friend. Thanks for connecting, man. Like, you feel me? Like, that's just, it's huge, bro. Like, and people are willing. Like, that's why I take advantage of being that student, because you won't have that title forever. It's harder. It's most definitely harder to network and be mentored when you're more of like a mid-career professional. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like this. I'm more willing to help a young cat out because I see myself there than me helping somebody. Then help me helping somebody on my level,
right,
or damn near my level, right? So it's take advantage of being that student, take it all in, get those gems, take their advice, and it'll pay off in the long run, bro. Because they know people. And another thing, take advantage of your professors. They were professors when they started. They probably were in corporate for about 20 years before they became a professor. I connect with my professors. I got my professor's cell phone number, bro. Like, Kent Jones, he set me up. I got a job at AT&T. He literally went over. He like interviewed, like prepped me for my interview, bro. Before that, never did a sales call, bro. Got the job from AT&T, first sales call ever. But you know who I came to? My professor. Because if I would have went on YouTube looking up how to do a sales call, I would have found hella resources trying to scatter, learn all this information in a matter of 2 weeks. When I got somebody that knows the game, that can teach me everything I need to know in the matter of a day or two.
That's right.
That's what resourcefulness is, bro. Like, because it's so many resources, you can get caught up in looking at all different types of things, and you don't know what's right and what's wrong, or you don't know what's valuable and what's not. Because everybody got a blog, everybody got a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out what's going to bring value to your life, and how is that going to influence your decision making and building your personal brand.
Yeah, Lee, bro. Hey, you going in? I love it.
Hey,
bro.
Man, that's what it's about, man. That's what I do, bro.
Hey, in school, you were extremely busy, man. You was part of TG on the e-board, AK Psi. You had your internships. For the students like us who are busy, how do they find that balance of still, doing what you got to do in the workplace for internships, with orgs, building that resume, and also having fun as well, but not having too much fun?
Yeah, man. I mean, it just comes down to prioritization, man, knowing your core values. I know my core values: faith, family, community, kindness, wealth, and meaningful work. So I live by those 6, man. And I love my family, bro, and not just my immediate family, bro. Like, my brothers, my community is my family, bro. Like, most definitely important as well. My bad, you broke up for a second. All right, bet. We back. But yeah, man, I would say prioritization is number 1, bro. Yeah, most definitely discipline. Realizing like what's important to you, because you don't have time to do everything, right? So I think knowing that your short term and long term goals will allow you to fill your in-person needs and wants. So with me, like being president of AK Psi was a good journey. I learned a lot being in that role, and I took on that initiative, took on that position to learn and grow. Because I mean, not just for like employer's sake, it looks good on the resume, but it's going to teach you a lot. And you can, and this is the time to mess up for free. You know what I'm saying? Like the things I learned by being in that leadership role got me thinking about how to structure my business.
That's right.
It's the same thing, bro. You're the president of an org. You're the CEO of a company. You got people on your exec board, and you got community chairs. You got employees. So it's the same gist, bro. And it's got me thinking like how I want to build my company. What type of people I want to work with. What type of people I don't want to work with. And that's another thing. Like you gotta know those things. Like everybody's not for you. And I realize now, bro, is what's key is to say no to things. Like you got it's hard, but you have to do it. You have to do it. I can't accept everything now because my plate is getting full.
Hey, you got another lead right there.
Hey, yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy Logan, man. He out in the Bay Area, man. What up, Logan? But nah, man. I would say for students though, like really prioritize and think about what's going to benefit your future. So even as a freshman coming in, I was majoring in marketing. And then I decided to declare my double major like my junior year.
Wow.
And my mom kind of taught me into finance, but it was good though because now I get to see the quantitative side of business and I got the creative side of business. So if I can do both of those things, really all I need to hire for is really tech space. Cause I'm not a coder or anything like that, software engineer. But I was listening to another guy. He was like, you can resolve a lot of your problems by hiring somebody. And yeah, 99% of problems can be solved by hiring somebody, right? But I would say for individuals that's looking to get involved, like just be strategic, bro, and be intentional about what you're joining and the people you're surrounding yourself with, and creating that balance, like knowing what's important. Write down your schedule, bro. Every night before I go to sleep, I look at my calendar to make sure I know what's ahead of me for the next day. What time I need to wake up. What time I have meetings. I even set alarms on my phone. Like, oh, I got a call with Caleb at 3. I got a 2:45 alarm. Like, all right, I got a call with Caleb at 3. Let me make sure I'm ready for this call. So, because you'll forget, bro. You can't keep everything in your head, man. I'm my calendar, bro. I can't live without my calendar, bro. My mind's going crazy, and I think that's what it takes to really be successful. Is like just being intentional, bro, and knowing your purpose, figuring out your gift, and what vehicle to put that gift in to maximize your potential.
That's right. Yo, Lee, something that you said earlier about the calendar, really just like throughout the past 2 weeks, with like interviews or even with like the podcast and stuff, I had to make a calendar because, like what you said, every single day is like, yo, all right, I got to hit this person up, talk to this person. And I think sometimes, like what you said, people aren't intentional. Another thing as well is how do we start becoming assertive? Because I think sometimes people get intimidated about the job that they want, the relationship that they want, the school that they want to go to. So how do they become more confident and also more assertive overall?
Yeah, man, that's a good question, bro. I think you just gotta do it. You gotta put yourself out there, bro. Because like I tell all my clients too, like if you know you want to be a financial analyst, apply for every financial analyst position. Because I mean, it's being intentional because you know the role. Now, not necessarily the company. It can be big, small, large, medium, whatever. But you're applying for one niche to be a financial analyst. And the more you apply, the more interviews you most likely will get. And once you start getting on those interviews, you'll realize they start asking the same questions.
Yeah.
They start asking the same questions, bro, just a different company.
That's real.
I swear. Like, same behavioral questions. They want to see where your mind is at. They want to see if you're going to be a cultural fit. Why do you want to work here? What values can you bring? What's your value prop? Knowing your value prop is essential as well. What's going to differentiate you from another candidate? Why should we hire you over him? So I think really, bro, just taking that initiative to push yourself out there the benefits will reap in itself, bro. Because like I said, bro, if you're not out there, how can you expect to be seen?
Dang.
That's why I always put myself out there. I mean, Good, bro. My bad.
I think we're good.
All right, bet. But nah, you can slide.
Can you hear me?
Idea. Yeah, we good.
Perfect.
We good. All right, bet. I was like, you can sit on an idea for 5 months, right? But nobody will ever know about it because you sat on it for 5 months. Like with the business, bro, with Spark Your Resume, I could have sat on that for 6 months trying to plan how I wanted to market it, how I wanted to come out with it.
Yeah.
But I pushed the product out, bro. When I think people focus too much on trying to plan, you know what I'm saying? It's good to plan. Don't get it twisted. But too much planning and not enough. You can't be perfect, bro. Because you can think it's gonna hit, but you won't know until the market tells you it hits.
That's facts.
So put it out, bro. Put it out. Get feedback. It's all, and I think people think that once I put it out, they can't adapt or change. And I think that's another issue. Is like, bro, am I dark? Can y'all see me? But yeah, bro. Like, I think another people struggle with just adapting to change and pivoting. Pivoting is crucial, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of companies fail, bro. They enter their passion. They just love what they do, but everything online. Look at Sears. Out of business.
They pivot.
You feel me?
Theaters. Yeah.
They was balling. Everybody was at Sears in the 2000s. Out of business now. They didn't know how to pivot. They didn't know how to adjust to the market changes. Everything is online now. You know what I'm saying? Good, bro. My bad.
I think we're good.
All right, bet. But nah, you can slide.
Can you hear me?
Idea. Yeah, we good.
Perfect.
We good. All right, bet. I was like, you can sit on an idea for 5 months, right? But nobody will ever know about it because you sat on it for 5 months. Like with the business, bro, with Spark Your Resume, I could have sat on that for 6 months trying to plan how I wanted to market it, how I wanted to come out with it.
Yeah.
But I pushed the product out, bro. When I think people focus too much on trying to plan, you know what I'm saying? It's good to plan. Don't get it twisted. But too much planning and not enough. You can't be perfect, bro. Because you can think it's gonna hit, but you won't know until the market tells you it hits.
That's facts.
So put it out, bro. Put it out. Get feedback. It's all, and I think people think that once I put it out, they can't adapt or change. And I think that's another issue. Is like, bro, am I dark? Can y'all see me? But yeah, bro. Like, I think another people struggle with just adapting to change and pivoting. Pivoting is crucial, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of companies fail, bro. They enter their passion. They just love what they do, but everything online. Look at Sears. Out of business.
They pivot.
You feel me?
Theaters. Yeah.
They was balling. Everybody was at Sears in the 2000s. Out of business now. They didn't know how to pivot. They didn't know how to adjust to the market changes. Everything is online now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta adjust to your surroundings. You gotta give the people what they want, not what you think they want. That's what it's about, bro. Hey, I know folks need resumes. You know what I'm saying? I know people need professional development. But the thing I think what differentiates me from a lot of other people is that, bro, I'm gonna take the time to get to know you. Like, you become a fan. You know what I'm saying? You become a part of a community, man. I just want to see you win, bro. Like, my slogan, bro, real people obtaining real results. You know what I'm saying? And I think that goes a long way because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, everybody doesn't have to be a business owner or an entrepreneur, right? It's everyday people out here doing great things in corporate, whatever the case may be, doing their own gigs, freelancing. But we get caught up in the millionaire, billionaire mindset, right? And don't even know why the hell we even need $1 million.
Wow.
What you need $1 million for, bro? What are you gonna do with that when you get there? Why are you striving to have $1 million? Because I promise you, once you explain, you could probably do it with 250K, 400, maybe even 100.
Yeah.
Keep it a stack. But if you got, if you got certain goals that you want to expand, create more value across the world, you might need that million. But my point is to know why you're doing things.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just, we're going off what we see. We see people striving for $1 million, so we want to strive for $1 million.
That's right.
We see people striving for $5 million, we want to strive for $5 million.
Right.
But why do you need that? What's your purpose? What are you going to do when you get there? And how are you going to get there? Map it out. Map it out.
Jeez.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yo, for everybody that's listening right now, Leander's dropping facts. Make sure that y'all
it's crazy, bro.
Yo, Lee, right now with you doing entrepreneurship, I love it with your business, resume building, professional development, all that stuff is vital for us. It's vital. What do you love most about doing that for people right now?
Man, I just like seeing people win, bro. Like, I want to touch on this real quick. So, attending Georgia State. So, my story real quick. I started Georgia State as a walk-on in Georgia State football, bro.
Wow.
And that was 2015. Came in, started. I never even touched the field, dog. I was doing it for free, waking up at 5 a.m., going to practice, grinding, trying to make things happen. And 2017 spring, I made the decision to walk away. I knew I had a bigger purpose in life, and I knew I was smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get my academics. I had a 1.8 GPA in my business classes. So accounting 1, accounting 2, BUSA, CIS, microeconomics, macroeconomics. I had a 1.8, dog. To get into the business school at Georgia State, J. Matt Robinson College of Business, you have to have a 2.8 GPA in those 6 classes. A 2.8 at Georgia State is a B- average. I literally had to retake 2 classes on top of my CIS class one summer, bro. That was summer 2017. In one summer, I had to take 3 core business classes.
Summer classes be long, man.
Bro, what? I had to get all A's in those business classes to get into the business school, bro. Like, and then during that time, I got fired from Coke. I got a job at SunTrust, but the HR recruiter never hired me. I mean, they never called me back to start the job. I got hired, but never heard back. Yeah. I think God was just telling me, bro, like, prioritization. I had to focus on getting into the business school, not about jobs. Shout out to my boy Patrick, man. He had me, I hooked up with him for like a little parking gig over the summer just to make ends meet. But I had to grind, bro. I took a hiatus from social media. Folks thought I was dead, bro. I didn't post on Instagram for 3 months. And it was crazy, bro. I came back. I got into the business school, and then God blessed me with a Bank of America job that was going to pay me $15 an hour rather than SunTrust that paid me $12.
See?
It all worked out, right? And then since then, bro, it's been nothing but moving that needle, bro. Got my first internship at Wells Fargo, 2018. Moved to Minnesota, consumer lending internship. Then next summer, well, actually that fall, I got an offer with IBM that October. And then I had an offer with A&B Sports and Entertainment, which is Arthur Blank's foundation. So he owns the Falcons, Atlanta United, PGA Superstore, 2 ranches in Montana, billionaire. Look him up if you don't know him. Great internship at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Love those people. And then I thought I thought I had it, bro. I had 2 internships in the bag. Thought I had hella work experience. And I'm applying for full-time roles coming from a non-targeted university like Georgia State where underrepresented people aren't targeted. So I want to break that barrier, bro. I don't have Adobe coming to Georgia State to recruit. Microsoft coming to Georgia State to recruit. We don't have Amazon coming. Well, we do have Amazon coming to Georgia State now, but we didn't afford like Accenture, Boston Consulting Group, like them top tier companies. You gotta go get yourself. You gotta go put your name and face in front of them folks. So you know what I did? I took myself over to the AUC. I took myself over to Georgia Tech because I know they're coming there. So I'm gonna put myself in front of the people that make these decisions. They in Atlanta. They 5 minutes away.
You gotta go out and get it.
I got a whip. Let me go ahead and pull up. I missed one class to go, make sure my career is straight when I graduate.
It's an investment. Yo, the internet trying to hold us back, y'all. Internet trying to hold us back. Nah, you good, bro. You good.
But yeah, man. That's that's why we go to school in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think what makes me just so passionate about giving back because I've been through the struggle already. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't think I've done it because they've seen the opportunities, but I'm also sharing my failures. Bro, I applied to 100+ jobs. On my mama, I got an Excel sheet with every job I've applied for. What date? Denied. I'm still getting emails right now for jobs I applied for in August saying we moved on with a different candidate. I already got a full-time offer, bro. I'm good. You feel me?
Good.
I'm good now. But that just shows you, bro. You gotta have that tenacity. You gotta have that work ethic to actually differentiate yourself from others, bro. Because I knew Georgia State is a great school. Don't get it twisted. But we're not a targeted university.
Right.
So if you want to get in front of these companies, you got to make that happen. And LinkedIn is at your fingertips, but that's the best way to do it. Besides going to these career fairs and meeting these folks in person, set up an informational interview. And a lot of people target the HR recruiters, which is good, but target the people that's in the role you want to be in. So if I want, like, for example, Adobe Financial Analyst, I'm looking up financial analysts at Adobe on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn has so many algorithms and filters, bro. It's crazy. Like, I tell people, so I'll look them up and then I'll find a financial analyst, hit them up, and set up an informational interview to see what the role is like. How do you like this corporation? I'm getting insight for 15 minutes, bro, off LinkedIn. Another thing on LinkedIn, like you said, where do people start with networking? Where do people start with networking? Start with your university. That's an automatic connection. You go to LinkedIn right now, bro. Type in Georgia State University in people. 999,000 people have some type of affiliation with Georgia State University that's on LinkedIn right now.
Wow.
That's damn near a million people, bro.
Yeah.
1 million people. Then you can filter it out to, if I want to work at Microsoft, I can type in Microsoft and companies and see who's from Georgia State works at Microsoft. I can even go in deeper. Who's a software engineer at Microsoft that went to Georgia State? Type in software engineer. Resourcefulness is key, bro. And it's there for you. Like, it's at your fingertips. And I don't understand why a lot of us young professionals aren't utilizing this tool. And I don't care what industry you in. Everybody's on LinkedIn. Beauty, sports, podcasts. Like, don't matter, bro. Entertainment. Everybody. Wow. I even think I see swimsuit models on LinkedIn, bro. Like,
so
it's crazy, bro. Like, everybody's on there, man. And for you not to be on there, you don't want to be seen. That's what it comes down to, because it's already 500 million people on there. So not just by you building your profile isn't gonna make you seen. You have to engage on LinkedIn. It's about liking people's posts, commenting on people's posts, interacting with people, engaging with folks, posting your own content, creating three hashtags. Because the thing about LinkedIn, when you do a content post, the more hashtags you put on there, it'll report your post as spam. So you want to limit it to 3. I limit mine to 3. It's 3 to 5 hashtags on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Or your post will be marked as spam and nobody will really see it. Now it's different on Instagram. You can post, hella hashtags and it'll be cool. But that's why you gotta know your platforms.
Right.
You gotta know your audience, know your platforms, and know how to market on each individual platform accordingly. So, but yeah, man, networking, I would say just with Georgia State, start with your university, bro, because you can connect with those alumni and y'all have that relationship because they went to your university. Connect with people that have your same major. So for me, I'll connect with somebody that's a finance or marketing major. They know what I went through. We took the same classes, probably even had the same professor, walked the same campus, probably in the same orgs. We know what we did to get to where we are.
That's right.
And they will be more than willing to help you get to where they are. You know what I'm saying? And they will give you advice. They're not going to steer you in the wrong direction. Utilize those people to your advantage. They're not here to hurt you, they're here to help you. But you got to take the initiative to go and reach out to those folks.
Sheesh. I love it, bro. Somebody in the comments, trying to find her name, let me scroll up. She had
a question.
I think it's Asia Wood. She said, what did Leander answer / why he wants to be a millionaire? She said that the internet, it went out.
Oh, all right, bet. Why I want to be a millionaire? I think, honestly, I'm still thinking on it. But I think cash will always be king, and really just, you know, most definitely to build generational wealth and impact as many people as possible. So having $1 million, to me, I wouldn't have $1 million in cash. I would have be a net worth of $1 million, maybe some real estate, businesses. Really, all I really want to have cash is maybe $200K, just to have a safety net if I want to invest in something else or provide for my family. Maybe buy a house, great for myself, but and send my kids to college. Hopefully, they want to attend college. But I think just having that net worth, having that capital allows you to do a lot of different things. It gives you the ultimate freedom to make things happen in the world. Not necessarily knowing how to break down those percentages of that million or what I would allocate those funds to, but having that $1 million in cash is most definitely a target I'm trying to reach, because I know my purpose is to create as much impact as possible to as many people as possible.
Love that, bro. Leander, what do you think makes you so special overall?
Man, I'm a networker, bro. That's what I do, bro. I love people. I enjoy conversations. I enjoy helping folks reach their ultimate goals, no matter what it is. I'm always willing to help, bro. Never selfish. And I think what makes that unique is that once you get to know me, you'll see that deep down inside. I'm a caring individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have to know you, and I care. I'll give my last dime to somebody I don't know, and that's just who I am. But that's how I was raised. My mom is the same way, and my dad is too. My whole family is, for real. But I think just most definitely my purpose on giving back and feeding my community as much as possible, educating them, because I'm also still learning, and I'm giving gems while I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. I was listening to your boy podcast that you did. I forgot his name, but I think it was the second to last one. Not
Oh, you talking about Ash Cash?
Yeah, I think so. Not the sleep guy.
Yeah, Ash Cash.
Not him.
He was talking about credit.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was talking about, but he mentioned, he was like, a lot of people wait until they're successful to give out gems.
Yeah,
and he was like giving it out, you know, while you're going. I resonated with that, bro. Cause that's what I'm doing. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. So by me still learning and growing, but also teaching what I'm learning and growing, I think makes me vulnerable to my community. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not above anybody. I'm here doing what I can and giving back to what I know. And if I'm wrong, I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where, you know, I'm cool with being wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing against it, but I'm also here learning as well. So I think that's what makes me unique. Besides, you know, my charisma.
Yeah, I love it.
But nah, man, am I willing to learn, man? And just I'm very action oriented, bro. Like I'm a go getter, man. Like if I say something, I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna let nobody stop me from doing it. So
I love it.
Yeah, bro.
Man. Leander, bro, before we tap out, man, where can everybody keep up with all your work and keep up with what you just got going on right now?
Yeah, man. So you can follow me on Instagram. I know you see it, Leander _ the connector. I'm on Twitter at @you_can't-be-me. Not saying I think I made that, you know, @ name because everybody's individual. Not saying that you can't necessarily be me, but everybody's their own person. And then LinkedIn, just Leander Howard II. And then most definitely check out Spark Your Resume, sparkyourresume.com. Where we just hit over a month in business. Very, very happy to achieve that. Appreciate that, man. And I think that's all my platforms, man. LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah.
Yo, Leander, keep doing what you're doing, bro. This is special, and you just getting started. You killed this interview. I told you was gonna kill it. You did amazing. We'll have an IGTV clip posted probably sometime in the next 2 or 3 hours. It'll be on YouTube probably tomorrow.